is the best brisket knife I have found. Less than $6. Today we're going to talk about brisket. We're going to make you the pitmaster you've always wanted to be. And I'm going to be your coach. What is the difference between a crappy brisket and a great brisket? Well, there's a few things. You got bark, you got moistness, you got flavor, you got all of it. And it's easy to incorporate all of that in your briskets in your backyard. First things first is selecting the right brisket. I have cooked only prime briskets since 2016. When I first started cooking briskets, I would only cook I would cook whatever's on special, whatever the deal is. But in 2016, I cooked probably my first prime that I remember, and I spent the extra money for it, and I've never gone back ever since. You're gonna have more fat, more intermuscular fat in a prime brisket than you are gonna have in a select or choice brisket. Now there are some choice briskets that are right up there, right? There's also some select briskets that are right up there. However, your best odds are to go with the prime. Now, I'm not saying chase deals, right? But just so happens that we scored big today. We scored briskets here at HEB for $3.99 a pound for prime, right? So we're gonna get a close-up shot of this prime brisket, and we're gonna kind of go over some stuff and explain exactly what the brisket is, why it was picked, what's good about it, what's bad about it, and the whole ordeal. And I know you've heard of this whole thing, you know, to fold it over, and that's fine and dandy. Yeah, I selected this brisket, but this is not the reason why I selected this brisket. Give you an example. This brisket right here is also a prime brisket from HEB. It's a great brisket. However, not so much bendability, okay? Bendability does not constitute a good brisket at all. And I'll explain to you why briskets are able to bend and some briskets and packages are not able to bend, or they're still on par with best choice you can get. So, go back to the original, nice, good, fold like a taco brisket, and let's get to cutting this thing up and kind of figure out everything about it for transforming your brisket from your backyard to something you can get in any barbecue restaurant in DFW, Austin, Houston, wherever you live, St. Louis. You got the slide of your barbecue, you know, slice your barbecue and barbecue sauce, what have you. I'm just playing with St. Louis. Anyway, let's go over it. As you can see, we have a prime brisket, right? Prime beef, USDA prime, has the, not just the stickers, but it's also in the packaging. Prime brisket. As we said in the video, I got a deal today. It was $3.99 a pound. It's a 13.79 pound brisket, which I always kind of stay underneath 15 pounds. Not saying that I can't cook more than, or you can't cook more than a 15 pound brisket. However, later on you'll learn why I kind of stay within that 14 pound range. And the total we paid for this brisket was $55.02. The back, as you can see, there's some missing fat right here. Everything looks pretty good, but you can see kind of this area right here where it's probably a little bit low on the fat end. Not a big deal. Let's go over this brisket real quick. All right, so if you're new to cooking briskets, you never cooked briskets before, no big deal. Let's go over it. So this is the flat area, right? The flat. It's flat. And then right here, it's a little pointier. It's called the point. How it points here. The flat and the point. and they sit on each other. This sits here and this sits here. That's how it is underneath, actually. So you see how this lines right here come down? That is the grain of the brisket. So after we get done cooking this brisket, and this is all covered up, we'll still kind of remember, you know, when you're starting off originally, I always have you guys put a notch right here to kind of learn where we slice that brisket from. But you want to cut against the grain when you slice the brisket up. Otherwise you have little striations come through and it's not as tender. So let's see. On the back, we're gonna trim some of this up. This thing called a mohawk here, which we'll shave off, and then we'll kind of round this up a little bit. But let's get started. And this class is over how to cook one brisket, how to be the best at cooking one brisket. And then later on, I will drop a video on a class of how to cook multiple briskets and still be just as successful as cooking one brisket. That way you can you know, multiply your time while getting multiple things done at once, cooking more than one brisket at one time. So today we'll be cooking on a wood burning smoker. I don't have a pellet smoker. I never have owned a pellet smoker. I don't even know how to operate a pellet smoker. I'm sure it's very easy to operate, but I just never have owned one or operated one. I've only cooked on wood my entire life, and I don't intend to stop now. So again, this will work. This recipe and everything I do will work on a pellet smoker. It will work on a wood smoker. It does not matter. It does not matter. So, all right, let's get to it. Okay, we went over about this brisket, about the level of grade this brisket is. It's a prime brisket. It's a prime brisket. And exactly how we're going to kind of attack it. And there's no time like the present, we're gonna go ahead and trim it up. First things first, I always trim next to something you can easily dispose of juices from, right? So this bag is full of liquid, right? And we will cut open this bag and I will drain it down the sink. And then the majority of this fat that I shave off, whether I'm doing 1 or 11 briskets at a time, I will take all the fat off and throw it away. I do not do my own tallow. I'm not saying against anybody that does do their own tallow. I do not personally do my own tallow. I've never seen a benefit of it other than, you know, I mean, I guess it's cool to say you've done your own tallow, and I'm sure there's a benefit out there. I'm not saying, but how I do it and how I've been successful, I've never messed with making my own beef tallow. But what I do is I trim the meat off of the fat that I take off. I put that off to the side, and I make hamburger meat off of all the trimmings. And we have probably 40 to 50 pounds of hamburger meat at all times, so we give out to friends and family regularly. They make really good burgers, chili, you name it. It's very good stuff. So do not throw away the meat from your briskets. Save it. Save it. And also, you know where all the ground beef comes. It comes from, you know, if you only do one brisket, it comes from one cow. If you do 2 briskets, it can, you know, it's possibly, well, it is not, there's not either possible this, you know that both briskets came from the same cow. It came from only 2 cows, and so on. Ground beef you get at the grocery store, thousands of cows. You don't know how many different cows that came from. All right, easy as it is, you know, cut open the bag, dump the bag in the sink, and lay the brisket out. We're gonna go ahead and get nice and close with this brisket, so we kind of gotta explain exactly what we're doing. This is a good looking brisket though. We have this little fatty area right here by the point. This is called the decal, and we can actually, in fact, you can almost peel that off with your fingers. As far as this little fat striations and little fat pockets on top of the meat, I will trim that off and throw that away. I don't get too much in the weeds on that as far as like really digging down, because the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It's not a competition brisket. Now, competition brisket, yes, you will trim this thing down to like this. That way, when you slice it up, all those pieces, whole pieces, go into a bin. But this is for your families or your friends. This is a show off of how good of a barbecue expert you are. That's where we're at. So let's go ahead and get started. And I will pick it up periodically and show you. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to take some of the top part right here. And listen, this will go faster the more and more you do it. The only reason it's going to take a long time at the first is because you're going to be unsure about yourself. And you're not going to know exactly what to do, and that's okay. I'm here to help you, to walk you through this. We're just going to shave off the top. That's all we're doing. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Look at that. Not a big deal. Instead, I'm going to save some of that, some of this meat. Once I get it cut, I'll put it in a bowl for later use. For hamburger meat. You ever realize that, like, once you start doing like something like kind of technical, you stick your tongue out like this? I don't know why I do that. I do it all the time. This trimming course probably could be in a course in itself, because a lot of people have questions about it, and everybody kind of does it differently. But this trimming course could probably be a course in itself, because everybody kind of does it a little bit differently, you know, and nothing's wrong. You know, it's actually, in fact, it's good to kind of get different people's takes on how to trim a brisket. Just anything, you know. Just because you don't do it a certain way doesn't mean it's wrong at all. In fact, you might learn something. You know, there you go, cut that whole decal off, see that? It's nothing, it's hard. It's hard, you can't. I've ruined thousands of briskets to get where I'm at now. Thousands. Maybe I'm exaggerating. Hundreds of briskets to get where I'm at now. You've heard it before. We want this aerodynamic, right? So we're gonna trim around here, and notice how the sides here, how it slants up. We're gonna trim down, right? We're going to kind of this corner piece. We're gonna take that off. There we go. Oh, but you're taking away so much meat. I'm not. I'm taking away less than an inch. In fact, that stuff is not going to be edible, and you're going to trim it off anyway when you eat it. Look at that. Okay, you guys see this here on the side? You see that? It's gone. It's gone. But do not sweat it. Why? Why are we not going to sweat it? I don't know. I'll put it right there. That's why. Put it right there. Look, this fat, I cut off. Boom. Helps me out. This fat right here. Good. I don't want it. Down there, throw that away. Good. Now we're here. We're about to go on the back side. Hey, yo. Not too much, not too little. Nice and aerodynamic. Now we're gonna flip it over. Okay, so you have this, right? You see that? It's that layer of fat. Okay. Everyone in the barbecue world is not wrong. You want to keep 1/4 of an inch of fat around the edge, if you can. If you can't, it's not the end of the world. It does not ruin anything. It just helps when you know, when you're serving it, because it tastes good. Fat tastes good. Rendered fat tastes good. Unless you don't like it, which that's okay. If you don't like it, it's not the end of the world. It's just how you operate, right? But for the majority of us, red-blooded Americans, we enjoy it. Okay, so I'm just gonna pull it back a little bit. I'm gonna start it, pull it up. Let's go. There we go. And guess what? If you go down to where the meat's at and you hit it, you mohawk that meat, guess what? It's okay. It's not hurting anything. It doesn't hurt a fly. Oh, I just did it. Guess what? It's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. What do you mean it's not the end of the world? I've always told, it's not the end of the world. It's okay. That's not the secret. If the secret was you just couldn't go down low enough, if you hit the meat, your brisket's done, I mean, that'd be a lot easier than the real answer of how to make a perfect brisket. That's for sure. Okay, what end is this? It's the flat point. On this point, you're gonna have a little bit thicker fat right here. You're just going to shave it off a little bit. That's it. Look. That's it. Okay? It's all good. There we go. And even this, a little thin layer. It's almost like skin. I'll do that, it's okay. But it's very close to the skin on this one. I'm sorry, very close to the meat on this one. You can see the meat. So you have to be very careful. Somebody, whoever's at the butcher shop, they trim the hell out of this one. So, which is good, because you know what? You spend a lot of money on the meat, not just this fat and waste that we're gonna throw away. Good. Okay, we're almost done. This one's a fast trim. Some aren't like this. And when if you guys order the other class that I'm gonna do, you realize that some of the briskets I got, especially today, they are not this easy. So look, oh no, oh my God, what am I gonna do? I hit meat both times. It's okay. This fat's right here is kind of hard. All right, good. Shave it down a little bit, leave little slivers, right? All right, so we have that. Look at her both sides, look straight. That needs to look straight. Good deal. Here on this side, we'll just cut away that little striations a little bit. Deckles a little bit there, but it's okay. And guess what? There was really no mohawk on this side. Here it is. So you guys see this area right here. See this fat area right here? We're gonna cut that off. And you don't have to. I didn't have to on this one. But some you have to. See that layer? Just gonna leave a little bit. That usually is a big hunk of meat. But we are good. We are good to go. All right, so this one, we are done. We are done, and we're going to start seasoning it, which is the good part. And notice this right here, see that? Nice. Uniform piece of brisket. All right, put this on the side. These trays are great. They collapse. Look. They got lids too. Okay. On this, I'm going to season the top first and season the bottom second. This I call the top, and I guess I did not do that. That's HEB. This I call the top because it's not the fat side, right? But I do cook fat side up. That's me. I cook fat side up, always have. Since my smoker, the heat goes around. It's not over it like that, like a traditional offset smoker. It goes around it because it's a cabinet smoker. And we'll kind of look at that here in a little bit. I'll show you my whole setup. But yeah, so I cook fat side up. I don't think it matters at the end of the day. I just use it because it's kind of a buffer for the meat. What crazy seasoning do I use? That's it. Wait, there's no way. You don't use holy cow or the, no, I do not. I use these two mainly. And if I remember, I use a little bit of Lowry's on the end. That's it. That's all you need. This is Texas brisket. This is not ribs. We're not making pork butts. We're cooking Texas brisket. Texas brisket requires pretty much 4 ingredients. Technically only 3, but that'd be pepper, garlic salt, and wood. But we're using 4 today with Lowry's. Just because, you know what? Lowry's is good. Lowry's is really good. All right. You guys can see this is a brand new package. Good. We're opening up. All right. Rule. Let's go over rules. Rule number 1. Do not stress out. It's going to be okay. It's going to be fine. Even if you don't make a good brisket, guess what? The next time you'll be better. At first, you're going to suck. And the next, you're going to suck a little less. And then you're going to suck a little less, and then you're going to suck a little less. So rule 1 is do not get upset. Rule number 2, pepper first. Pepper goes first. And don't go light. You have this much, right? A pencil width layer of seasoning per bite for your customers, meaning your friends and family. I can't even open this thing up. There we are. All right. Don't go chintzy on the pepper or the salt. Here. Sometimes I open it up like that all the way. We'll try this at first and see how it goes. I'm gonna give you a video, or not video. I'm gonna give you an idea of how much pepper I put on this and how much seasoning I put on this so you can watch. This is every brisket I make, nearly every piece of barbecue I make. Ribs, I will not put this much pepper on, and turkey I don't, because some people don't like it really spicy. It doesn't make the brisket spicy, it just makes it pulls the beef flavor out of the meat. And I'm gonna go all out. Pepper first. You and the steak. Steak, I put pepper first. Get on the sides. Get you guys a close-up shot. You'll see. You're like, oh my gosh, Jimbo, you put so much pepper on there. That's okay. That's okay. I promise. People are gonna love it. You're gonna thank me later. You're like, how did you do this? I'm like, it just came naturally to me, guys. One day I woke up and I was like, man, I cook a brisket. But it's whole pepper, right? Now we're gonna garlic salt. And I just do this. Go back and forth, all the way down. All the way down. Boom. That's it. Right? I get the sides. Because we're doing Lowry's too. If you're not doing Lowry's, you might go a little bit heavier. But we're doing Lowry's too. But all the sides. Oh man. Oh yeah, here we go. Queen bake. Let's go. Same thing. Garlic salt. Boom. All the way down. No rhyme or reason against it. There we go. Now, once we have that whole side done, we're gonna flip it over. And guess what we do? Pepper first. Pepper first. There we are. Coverage. Yes. Now, if you want your people to slather your meat in barbecue sauce because it's cooked perfectly, but it got no flavor, all right. Then you know what? You take it easy on the seasoning. Where I'm from, it's kind of a telltale sign that he didn't do something right. All right. I'm just playing. It's not. It's okay. Some people like barbecue sauce. It's okay. It's just you. It's all about you. It's what you like. Not what I like. I'm not eating it. I'm gonna eat this one. When we come and cut it up later, you'll see how good it looks. I'll eat this one. I had a few bites of it. You know what though? I'm not. I love brisket. I love cooking brisket. Done it for many years, over 20 years, but I never go to a barbecue place and go, hey, give me some of that brisket. Usually I go, oh man, I'll take some of that turkey. Give me some of them ribs. Take some of them ribs. All right, cool. All right, now you see we've got it fully covered. All right, both sides. This is the fat side. It's up. This is the non-fat side. It's gonna go down. We're gonna throw it on. All right, there is all 6 of them.